Hey there guys, so some training from yesterday. Event 1 was squats. So yeah, quads definitely burnt and lungs felt like they were on fire. Um, Getting, better at this. This is an equal PR, could have definitely done another rep, but I'm going to keep them at 15 for a while. I'm just going to build up the conditioning a little bit better. I was just having fun yesterday training. I couldn't do anything overly heavy or didn't want anything, really, really serious. So, yeah, just got in some general work, and volume. Just increase that fitness capacity just a little bit more for this comp prep. So, just came up with a theme for Lord of the Rings and, stuck to it with 5 different events. So really enjoyed my training, and as I said, this was event 1. This was event 2 for the day. So yeah, just a stone carry. Now, normally I hold the stone a little further up, and it makes carrying it a fair bit easier. But this time I let the majority of the weight sit in my arms, so it was really taxing on the biceps. Could go a bit heavier with the stone carries, but how you hold the stone, what you decide to, do with it in terms of hand positioning will make a very big difference. So for me, I was just letting this hit the biceps really hard, still trying to pull the stone into me, and yeah, just keep it as a quality arm movement to an extent, really conditioning the arms, because they're one of the things that people get injured. So yeah, just taking it for a leisurely stroll. So definitely felt it, but yeah, not overly taxing either. Oh there guys, so event number 3, tire flips. Now, technique for me on this isn't the best. Ground's pretty soft underfoot, and also, because it's damp, the tire gets a little bit more slippery, so you're going to take priority to get a really good grip so you don't do a bicep. Speaking of which, the front squats with the stone and then the carries, hits the arms hard already, so they're pretty fatigued. So for me, the goal was just get 4 up and then 4 back. Just not necessarily trying to do it as quick as possible, but just really focusing on obviously not getting injured. The tire also had a fair bit of water sitting in it because it's obviously rained, and yeah, just the tire hasn't dried out. So having that water move around just adds a new element of difficulty. The tire has some decent weight. Not really sure what it weighs, but as you can see, if I'm 111 kilos and you see the size of the tire, it's not the smallest tire. At the same time, when the grass is dry and I'm fresh, I can knock out sets of 10 really quite comfortably. And there's a few times where I can clean it from the ground straight up to the position to flip it over, so I can one motion it. But that was not the case on this particular day. So just taking my time. For me, I find the tire flips hit my hamstrings, mid to lower back really quite hard, but like in a really good way. And that's sort of it. Arms, I look after so that they don't get injured. But otherwise, yeah, sometimes I can really feel it hitting through the bicep, like with a really good stretch. But if I'm doing that, it means I'm generally being lazy with my technique. So yeah, just enjoying what I'm doing. Hey there guys, so what would a events day be without something for overhead? So Friday I already did a fair bit of overhead shoulder press, so today it was just some carries overhead. Now the stone, obviously not the most stable thing to get a handhold on, and then the ground is soft and uneven, so that and not being able to get a very good hold means stability and holding it is key. So elbows are unlocked, hits the triceps really quite hard. The other place that hits hard for me is my upper back, and I'm really concentrating on trying to hold that stone center above me. So yeah, just another event you can do, just mucking around and enjoying it, but not overly taxing either. Event number 5, loading medley, aka clean up the yard. Yeah, sometimes I leave the stones scattered around for longer than I probably should. So stacking them at the end of a workout really does feel like an event in itself. So, when I built the rack, I made it 2.7 meters long. So it just gives me enough room to stack everything on. I was originally going to go with something a little bit higher, but with kids running around, you don't want the risk of anything collapsing under weight. So I just kept it low to the ground. Next time, when I build this, and there will be another time, I'm probably going to build it at 3.6, because I do plan on getting a few extra stones and being able to stack everything really neatly. There's a few other things I wish to buy as well, like building material wise, and then I'll construct what I want. So I want to be able to place that on the rack as well. I'll probably build it a fraction wider. I think currently it's 800 wide, but for the interim, it does what it needs to do. And then, as I said, packing everything up at the end of the training session is quite taxing. I think in total, this took me close to 6 minutes to, restack. Definitely gets the heart rate up. So, there's different variations of, size, shape, weight. So this is what it looked at the end of the session once it's stacked it. Not the neatest stack in the world, but nevertheless, it's all put away. So yeah, just another day.